going on, y'all? My name is Teles. Yeah, so some of y'all might know me as the name tlovespeaksss. Like, I'm always in the different comment sections of various battle rap videos, but I just decided to start a new channel because my first channel is primarily about my locks, and I know y'all don't really probably care about that. So because I love battle rap and because I don't want to like mix my audiences, that's why I decided to start a new channel. First off, right out the gate, RBE did a really good job. Like, they put on a really good event. Hats off to ARP and the whole RBE staff that just like, you know, really like made the event live up to its expectations. I think like a lot of times in battle rap we get these big battles and the hype around it be like mad big, right? But the battles themselves don't live up to the expectations. So I'm looking forward to more RB events in the future. King Los versus Head Ice was a very good battle. I think Los did a good job. I think he probably is like one of the best industry people that has been able to like successfully cross over. He didn't choke or stumble or none of that. Let's see, like I said, I gave him the battle 2-1. I think that early on in the battle, particularly the first round, a lot of the bars that he spit seemed to be directed at Daylight. They didn't seem to be really crafted for Ice. But I still think he did it in a way that was like, it was dope. Like, he kind of let you know, like, this is what I had for Daylight, but this is also like me, you know, just rapping and like showing you what I can do. So I think that was pretty dope. Ice had a good performance as well. I actually gave him the second round. I think they both, for such short notice, I think they both showed up, did what they were supposed to do, and gave us a fire battle. Because I know that a lot of people were like kind of iffy, like Head Ice and, you know, Los, like what? Like, people wasn't feeling it, but I think that they did a good job of keeping people engaged and, you know, doing their jobs. Pat Stay versus Danny Myers. This is one of my favorite battles. Even though I had Danny Myers winning, Pat Stay was hilarious. Like, he was hilarious in this battle. However, I just don't think that, like, when you're battling Danny Myers, I don't know if like jokes is enough, you know what I mean? And then at one point, I think Pat Stay started to freestyle, I think, and it was okay, but it was just also like Danny Myers over here like going hard, and you like kind of freestyling. It's just like, I'm not really a fan of it, but we'll take it. I don't know. But yeah, I had Danny Myers winning that battle. Big K versus Iron Solomon. I had Iron Solomon winning that battle. I think Big K, if I'm not mistaken, there was a round where it kind of seemed like he just like ended a little early, if I'm not mistaken. He jerseyed it out. And then in his second round, he was stumbling a little bit. Like, I don't know. Iron Solomon hands down won that battle. I don't even think that it's really debatable. Big T versus Ill Will. My least favorite battle on the card, but just to be honest, like, I think it's more so because they went last, and by that time all the energy having sucked out of the room, and I watched that battle. Like, I didn't watch all the battles in order. Like, some of them I did, some of them I didn't, but I remember that one was one I actually watched as it was happening, and it was just like the crowd was not feeling it at all. And I know, like, you shouldn't, like, the rappers shouldn't battle for crowd reaction, but like, I can only imagine what that must have been like for like to literally be up there rapping and like literally be in a room like with zombies. Like, no, like, it was just it wasn't good. I think Ill Will won. I feel like Big T tried and just like, and that hurts me to say because I'm from Chicago, you know, so I want to root for him, but I just honestly I feel like he just fell a little short. Like, I don't know what happened. People just didn't seem to be amused. And then also, like, even when he was rapping, I remember sitting there like, yo, like what is he talking about? But that might be a battle that I need to go back and just rewatch. But at the time, it was just like, Mook versus VERB. So I watched this one as it was happening, and then I went back and watched it later. I remember at the end of the battle when I first watched it, I was like, VERB 3-0. no questions asked. Obviously I'm biased, but still, like, I'm like, he won that. I went back and watched it and I'm like, okay, you know, I put my bias aside to like really listen to the bars, and I honestly feel that Verb won 2-1. I'm giving Mook the second round just because, and that's what the battle comes down to. It comes down to the second round, and I feel like that's the only round that Mook can get. Like, he didn't win the first round. Like, Verb's first round was electric. Like, Verb came out on fire, so he didn't win that round. And contrary to popular belief, I don't care how long you rap. If you rap for an hour, but you not talking about nothing, then I don't think that, you know, that should automatically give you a W in a round. Like, so I'm talking about the third round when Mook rapped for 20 minutes. I think that is commendable that he rapped for that long without choking and stumbling or whatever. But also, when I was watching that, I felt like, what are you talking about? I felt like a lot of the times when he was rapping, I didn't know, it was hard for me to make the connections of what he was saying, like why it mattered. It seemed like he spent a long time on taking the vegan scheme. Like, that seemed to be what he talked about. I just kind of feel like if you're MURDA Mook and you have a Verb in front of you, another like legend, like, I don't know, the vegan angle is like something that, I don't know, like, I wasn't feeling it. And I'm a firm believer in quality over quantity, and I feel like Verb in his 8 minutes rapped way better than Mook in his 20, and it's not just bars, the way it was structured. I feel like Mook's rounds weren't always the best structured, and I feel like Verb's rounds were like structured well, they flow good, his delivery was good. So I have Verb winning the third and the first. I think people who are saying Verb 3-0 can be justified in it. Like, I get it, because like I said, I was there too. But like we're not gonna do Mook like that. Like, you know, he is talented. So I think that we shouldn't completely deny the work ethic that he put into this battle. So if I had to give him a round, that's the round I would give him. Now that Verb has beat Mook, everybody wants to see Verb battle Lux. So as a fan, I definitely want to see it. But if I'm Verb, like, I wouldn't take that battle, because just imagine, like, if he's having a hard time, and he's been real humble about it on Twitter, so he may not care, but just think about, like, if he's having this much of a time convincing people that he beat Mook, he's not really trying to convince people, but I'm just saying, like, there's a growing group of people like trying to convince us that he lost, and they're doing it for Mook. Just imagine what they would do, like what they would do if he like battled Lux and won. Even if he won, people wouldn't respect it, which I think is kind of fucked up, because he's put a lot into this culture, and to like be doing this for 10 years, and then, you know, you get to the top, you battle the top dude, and then you have people just be like, oh, you know, that's what you were supposed to do. Like, you couldn't have did anything less. Like, what? Like, I don't know. I just don't think Verb is being treated fairly in comparison to other rappers. Some of the stuff that I've seen people try to justify for Mook, like, it's crazy to me. Like, apparently, you know, you don't have to like, a scheme can be anything, an angle can be one bar. Like, it's just crazy how the rules are changing for Mook. So I couldn't imagine what they would be for Lux. And if I'm Verb, I wouldn't, not saying, I'm sure he wants to battle Lux, because I know that was like the one battle that everybody wants to see in the first place. But if I'm Verb, I wouldn't do it right now. Like, I would just, you know, chill and let people like just calm down, because people are wild, and I don't know, that's just not something that I would rush into. If he does battle Lux, I think it should be like way into the future. We need to let this battle kind of like ride itself out, because if he were to like kind of like take all the momentum that he's gotten from this battle and then use it for the Lux battle, and then it not be a good battle, like the culture would kind of be like cheated of a battle. That way we got something to look forward to, you know. Also, I think that it should be on RBE. ARP and ARB staff have become like the league of the people. They've like kind of built their model around giving us the battles that we want to see without all the politics and all the other extra shit. So I think that this particular battle would like go good on the RB platform. I think it would be dope if it was in St. Louis, you know, that way we get to see RB travel a little bit. And also VERB gets like a home game, which is not something that he gets a lot. And also if he battles LUX, like we've never seen LUX battle outside of New York City too. So I think that would be dope to see that. Who would y'all want to see on that card? Like, and that's a good question too. Like on an AVERB versus Loaded LUX card, what battles would you want to see? If AVERB battles LUX on that card, I would want to see JC versus B Dot. I think that would be a dope card to see that on. But yo, let me know who you want to see below. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let me know any battles that you want me to review. I'll probably be reviewing Daylight versus Loso. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.